going on, guys? So today we're going to be talking about the 28 to 70 f2 RF lens. This lens is an absolute tank. It's a beast, and how it replaced all the primes in my bag in my kit. A little bit of the background of the primes I did own, which is the 35-1.4, the 35 f1.8 IS for the RF system. I've owned pretty much every 50mm, 51.2, 1.4, 1.8. I've also owned the 85 1.2, and that's an absolute beast of a lens. Super heavy as well, and this lens actually replaces all those lenses in my bag. So yes, it frees up a lot of space. I would do this review inside, but it's such a beautiful day outside, so let's go outside. Yes, I will say that the 28 to 70 is a heavy lens. There's no doubt about that. It's a massive lens. But I will say, if you're replacing 3 to 4 other lenses in your bag, that it's not going to weigh you down. You're actually going to be losing weight that's going to be on your back, because you're going from 3 or 4 lenses down to just 1 lens, which for me is ideal, and I don't really notice the weight too much. If you're used to using a 35mm, it's going to weigh you down. If you're coming from like an 85, I think it's honestly very similar. I don't think there's much of a difference in my actual use case. So this is the one lens that I can honestly just slap on the camera, take with me and use. I don't need any other lenses to do a whole portrait shoot, and I think that's just ideal. I don't want to have to be worried about what lens should I switch out to. Do I want to use the 35? Do I want to use the 85? Do I want to blow out the background? I can just zoom in or zoom out. It gives me a decent enough wide angle at 28mm and gives me a good enough zoom range at 70mm, so you can get that smooth buttery bulk in the background. It's also a super sharp lens, especially with the eye autofocus. It just makes life so much easier to get a very sharp image. You can almost give this camera setup, if you're using any kind of Canon R camera, and just give it to anybody and they will be able to achieve tack sharp focus with eye autofocus. It's actually pretty crazy. It's not all good though. Some people, this lens will be too heavy for. They don't want to carry this lens around all day. And if your main shooting range is 35mm and you're carrying around this lens instead of like the 35 1.8 lens, it's going to be a huge weight difference. And I would honestly say, if that's the situation you're going to do, get the 35mm, because it's going to be a lot lighter and your body and elbow and shoulder will thank you. The filter sizes are absolutely massive, coming in at 95mm. I don't know anybody who would have 95mm filters, so take that in consideration, because you're probably going to have to buy a whole bunch of new filters, and that price can add up extremely fast. The price of this lens is going to come in at $3,000 US or $3,900 Canadian, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, that's a whole lot of cash. If you are replacing, 2 to 3 lenses in your camera bag, it's not going to be actually that much, because some of these lenses are already, 3,000 Canadian or $2,000 US. So if you just buy 1 or 2 lenses and take that money and just put it into the 28 to 70, you're actually going to save some money in the long run. My final thoughts are that this lens is an absolute beast. It's by far my favorite lens thus far. I honestly just use the 28 to 70 and the 15 to 35, which I'm currently filming on right now. And this is just like my travel kit. This is the kit that I always take with me and always use. 95% of my images on like my Instagram and that I take are with the 28 to 70. It just makes life easy for me. And yeah, if you have this lens or wanting to get this lens, if you have any questions about it, leave it in the comments down below and I'll try to get back to you. And that's it for this video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did enjoy this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It does help. And until the next video, peace.